You don't.
With bonds, the issuer may default. They may go out of business, and now they can't make interest payments, let alone your principal that they have is gone.
Yeah. So positioning on these things, I think it's better to say that these are more of a fixed income allocation.
100%.
Replacement, like a fixed income allocation. It's not to replace your stock market allocation. See, this is where agents get in trouble. So because this is where they're going to promise people you're going to get a portion of the gains of the stock market, but you don't have to take any of the losses. I mean, I see it sold like this all the time.
Yeah.
And that no one ever says you're going to get a portion of the bond market and you're probably going to match bond gains. Why don't people say that? Because they wouldn't sell if you did that.
I mean, you're going to expect an annuity, a fixed index annuity, the type we're talking about. Realistically, you're probably going to get 3 to 5% return over the long run.
Yeah. Yeah. And the payout could be really good depending on your life expectancy. And if your life expectancy goes a very long time, longer than what you think it is, then you will end up with more money at the end of the day than you likely would have if it was in some other kind of allocation.
Yep.
That doesn't happen all the time, but it does. Okay. So where are you usually positioning annuities then? Like, what are we looking for, both while people are accumulating money and when they actually sell their business?
Yeah. So what I look at is, first we work out two different figures. We call it the RIMI and the DIMI. Mm-hmm. But basically, how much money do you need in retirement to cover your core costs of living? That's your RIMI. And let's say, for example's sake, that's $8,000 a month. And then your DIMI, how much do you desire to retire on? And let's say that's $15 a month. So that first 8 is what we need to reliably cover. So all we got to do is work backwards. If we have, I don't know, say between me and my spouse, we're going to get $3,000 from Social Security. Now I need 5. Let's say I have $2,000 coming in on a commercial property per month of rental income. Now I need 3. Let's say my spouse has an old pension from a job that they worked 20 years ago. That's just $1,000 a month. Now I need 2. Okay, let's look at how much money we need to put into annuities to generate $2,000 a month worth of guaranteed income in retirement. Now I know that this person is going to have enough in, and we call it mailbox money, pensions, annuities, Social Security, stuff like that. But I know that they're going to have enough to cover their core costs of living. Mm-hmm. Now, all of the rest of the money, we can be more aggressive with. We can throw it in the market. We can, I don't want to say chase returns, but go for better returns and take more risk, because we always have our safe base to fall back on. Yeah. Yeah. And that's it.
And that's how we position it right there. It's not to replace or to over-speculate. It's just to carve out a portion of a person's, and really and truly, you got someone that's, I don't know, maybe 50 years old that's got, $500,000 in IRAs or something like that. I don't know, but to generate $24,000 a year, what do we need? Probably about 200,000 of that 500,000 to carve out into an annuity. I was going to
say somewhere between 2 and 3, depending on how long the deferment period is before they take income.
Yeah, yeah, and then at that point in time, it would generally, you could probably generate that, or somewhere close to that. Okay, and that's the simplicity of it. What about when someone sells their practice? Where do you usually look at it from that perspective?
Same exact perspective.
Okay.
I'm just always looking at how much do they need in reliable income, whether they're working, selling. I mean, that's what I look at.
Yeah, that makes sense.